Well, gotta give thanks to Donald. He's sincere. I can see good. So he went to church in Vegas and he prayed with a clean heart, a good heart, from a clean stance. He wasn't BSing. No, you can't BS God. Donald knows that. It doesn't take a theology degree to know that. So life and common sense tells you that everybody was born with a sense of righteousness and wrongness, and cleanness and what's unclean. And then if you don't, you learn through trial and tribulation, and you grow through maturity. I'm proud of John because he's growing in spirituality most of all. He seems not either he's fooling me, but he seems like he's talking from his sincere heart. So I gotta give him his props. I'm giving everybody that props today. So just in the government because it's government time. The government is running things, you might as well face it. But God is in ultimate control, and Donald knows that, and he's giving it to God, and God is guiding him. He's letting God manifest in him, and I respect and appreciate that through Donald doing that and his lovely wife. So I just want people to know God is in control, and Donald's proof of that. He's at church. He's serving. He's praying to the Lord, serving the Lord, and praying to the Lord, and he's being humble. So that's good. Donald John, he's working. You can watch from the first when he first got in office to now, and God has worked in him because his prayer always works. I don't care how you look at it. Even if you're naive, it works. So God is working through Donald John and Clinton too, and I guess all of them. So me too, because I'm not angry and I'm forgiving Bush and Condoleezza and if Clinton did anything, because I can't see through Clinton, I forgive him too. Donald haven't done nothing that I'm aware of, so I pray for Donald and I pray for his lovely wife and I pray for the term that he's been in office, and if he should be another term, I pray that he gets back in. And if Biden gets in, well, he's won. If it stays that if that stands, then I pray he does an awesome job. But Donald seems sincere and adamant. He does. That's just from my point of view. He does say adamant and sincere, and he's talking about real issues, and it makes sense to me that affects every human being and everyone's well-being, welfare. So that's a good thing. So either I'm easily persuaded or they won me at the church. I love talking about God. That's what won me when they started talking about God and incorporating it into the let Him manifest and take control of the White House. So the church in Vegas made sense. So anything talking about God makes sense to me. That's just my walk. It's just proof. It's living proof. If you sit back and analyze and observe, even if you were atheist, you observe and see how God works through people and grow and develop them and manifest. It makes sense, doesn't it? It's true. So it's just to say they hosted something at your church in Vegas. I agree. I feel bad because I didn't vote, and I shouldn't be saying this, but I didn't. No, people have lost their lives, so let's go vote. And I used to be so patriotic, I didn't miss. As soon as I turned 18, stayed at that voting poll every day, every time in November. I would be there voting. I would meet Janine's father at the voting poll at Central, and we would talk about who we're gonna vote for and the candidates, and we would vote, cast our vote, and I mean, forgiving her, Janine and Janet and Mark, but I'm praying, and I don't want them to take advantage of the issue. I'm forgiving them, but I'm just praying because prayer works. I forgive my mother if she's done anything, because it's always two sides of the story and the reason for everything. Put it like there's a reason for her actions. I forgive her. I have to forgive because it makes me stronger and it heals me. And I want God to forgive me when I mishaps, on my mishaps. I have to forgive them. Who am I not to forgive if God's always forgiving me? And I know He loves me. I know He does. I have to be humble. My health is at risk. All of our health is at risk, but we have to be humble and forgive and love and peacetime coming together and pulling together. So I pray for Donald and Clinton and Hillary. I forgive her and Monica, and I hope things are soothing with her. Uh, I pray for Bush and Biden and Kamala. I'm not gonna hold a grudge. If people belittle me or from now on, or if they batter me, I'm just gonna be humble and ignore them, or express myself in a positive manner to my knees and pray. So pray for your enemies. That COVID is an enemy, so pray for it. And this is something I'm witnessing, but what I realize is affecting mankind. So that's where the issue is there is at. It's not the trees ain't falling apart. Nobody was to make the trees break down and fall down. Nobody was to make the sky drop. Or nobody was to make the sidewalk crack like an earthquake or the grass deteriorate and the dirt goes away. So the water is still there in the ocean, in the sea, in the lakes. So it's mankind. It's a mankind issue. So that's what I gathered by watching it. I'm seeing all this by looking at it. Started off by praying and laughing at Clinton this morning, then looking at this Vegas church with Donald John's in. So I'm gonna be a better man, mankind. That's what it's about, mankind. So those that make me angry and irate, I'm gonna have to stay away from. Even if it's on the workforce, he'll make a way. He will make a way. So this mankind got to do better. This is a mankind shot he's calling, because everything else is fine that he made. It started with Adam and Eve. He created Adam, yeah, and then man started getting fruity and disobeying. So gotta obey, love, respect, and obey the Father. So it's for mankind, because it's all just being affected. It's mankind. The ocean is okay. I'm assuming. I'm not a oceanologist, or the trees okay. I'm not a botanist. Plants is okay. I'm not a study plants, but I'm assuming. So what he created is fine. So we gotta get our acts together, like Noah's Ark. So that all makes good sense. And I like the way he, uh, I just like what he's doing. I like the way he catch on and comprehend. And he's a layman as far as the Bible, but he's learning, and God works with all type of people. So God has worked through him, and that's the truth. So I'm just keeping it real. What I see, I'm a woman, so I'm a man, human being. So humans don't know everything, but God does. And He knows best. So pray and let Him work through you. So you can say, ooh, to what God does. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Even in my health, and then in everyone's health, and then everyone's that fell short and lost their health. There was some sad issues on there, things on there, that COVID, when they touched me. Like the young lady, the man, he said sister had just given birth, and she lost her life after she had her baby. She couldn't hold her in her arms. That was touching, and it hurt me. So I pray that she rest in peace and that baby be okay, and the family take good care of it, and they live to take care of it. And it's good. The good thing about it, she was at the side of her loved ones. If I was to go, I want my children to be right there with me. And I'm going to pray for everyone. So that's a special prayer. And thank you, Donna John, because you kind of uplifted me. Peace.